Hey there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking at a 2008 Porsche Boxster. This one here is the 2.7 liter engine version. And look at this, an auction grade 4.5 with an interior grade B, just 59,000 original kilometers. This thing is close to mint. It has a few scratches on the interior and the panels that are easy to scratch. But otherwise, mechanically and looks-wise, this thing is fantastic. Now let's switch the engine off for now. I'll give you a little bit of a soundtrack here. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Okay, and just leave the keys there for now. We're going to shoot a video of the car and compare it to the Japanese auction inspection sheet so that you can take a look and see what kind of cars that you can get for import to Canada. That's where this one is going, to New Westminster under the 15-year rule. This is the newest car that you can get. It's a facelift 987 Boxster. And boy, is it good. Okay, now this one has an automatic transmission. Here in Japan, most of them are automatic transmission, and most of them are left-hand drive. I don't know if you noticed, but the left-hand drive is what they drive in Canada. Here in Japan is usually right-hand drive, but specialty vehicles will typically be in either both or exclusively left-handed drive sometimes, especially German vehicles, it seems. Now I'll go ahead and translate this auction inspection sheet, but as you can see, the body has no damage on it, which is fantastic. It's a 2008 Porsche Boxster 2.7 Tiptronic S, so yes, you can select your own gears for the transmission. It's an auction grade 4.5, interior B, and that seems about right. It's not an interior A because of those scratches, and that is the worst part about the car. I'll show you when we get there. Alloy wheels, power steering, power windows, leather, and airbags, original white. Sales points are purchased from user, seat, heaters, aftermarket Navi and TV, toll collection box, reverse camera, Tiptronic transmission, which just means an automatic that has self-shift buttons on it. Original 17-inch wheels, they're also in fantastic condition. Warranty papers, an owner's manual, half leather seats, a little tiny bit of peeling on the driver's side, left-hand drive, and it says there's no reserve price for this auction, but that's been crossed out. And I actually can't remember when we bought this from the auction, whether it actually had a reserve price or not. I wouldn't have been the one that bid on this one anyway. The report here, seat and steering wheel have wear. Basically, the seat does, the steering wheel doesn't appear to have very much, if at all. Wheels scratched. I don't know. Is there a scratch on the wheels? Maybe. Yeah, there are a couple of them there. And look at that. Nice big 4-piston calipers, slotted rotors, and everything looks like it's been well maintained in there. And then various small scratches on the car. I could only find one place of scratches, and I didn't even find that A1 on the hood. Now, pardon me, it is dusty. This car just came in about 25 minutes ago, maybe about 35 minutes ago. And so, yeah, they just come in dusty like this. Not seeing any of the scratches. It is a little bit harder to see any of the scratches when it is dusty like that, but yeah, not seeing any. The only part of the body that I found any damage is 2 scratches right there. This piece here is discolored, and this is a factory piece that they put on here because your front wheels are going to kick up rocks, and some of them make their way against the car right here, so it protects the paint. And then the front bumper is a very, very tiny bit different color than the rest. Not enough that I would worry about, and that's a natural thing. I don't think it's been repainted. So let's take you for a tour around the car. There is also, now that I think about it, one tiny bit of wear on the soft top. And I'll show you that in a second here. But look at that, side panels, gorgeous. Front and back bumper, gorgeous. Sounds nice with the stock exhaust too. You can get these with larger engines. I think that, I don't think there was a 3-liter. I think it was 3.2. And 3.4, and then the next generation got a 3.6 and a 3.8 for the large engine ones. Now, of course, you'll spend more on the large engine. So if you want, what you want is a Porsche, you don't care about the engine size, and a Boxster is right up your alley, you can save a lot of money by going with the 2.7 liter version. And then later, the 2.7 turned into a 2.9, I believe. It is kind of a weird engine size. There aren't a ton of 2.7 liter engines in the world. I can think of, well, if I spent some time thinking about it, I'm sure I could find some. 2.7, there's a Nissan Diesel 2.7. That's the only one I could think of offhand. Anyway, has a nice looking badge on the front here. Headlights are very clear and nice. And the post facelift got rid of the really weird looking headlights. The ones that have like it's a round headlight with a little thing that they decided to put on for some reason. Front end is free of rock chips. This car was registered in Shinagawa, which is a very expensive area of Tokyo. So it's probably spent all of its life in an underground parking or on a lift in an enclosed space. The paint is all fantastic. Coming down here, you can see fantastic, all good. The soft top wear. For one, this is on the outside when it should be on the inside, but that's easy enough. You just open it slightly, tuck it in, and then close it again, you're fixed. It does have a little bit of wear in the areas where it kinks. Pretty natural for a 15-year-old soft top. Otherwise, no rips, no weird fade or discoloration. Yeah, and no smell of any mold inside. Oh, let's have a look. I normally would go over the exterior here and point out any of the details, but there's really nothing to point out. It's just that good. It does have a reverse camera that's been added here. Imported by Porsche Japan, Porsche Center, Kagoshima. Kagoshima is not in the Shinagawa area, though. That's actually fairly far away. So maybe second owner or third. I don't know. Tires. Stock tire size, 235/50 R17. They're a Le Mans V. Silent core. And then the front one is a little bit different. It's a Le Mans NSV. And a 205/55 R17. Small car like this, not a lot of power. 205 is a fine tire. Okay. Let's look at the trunks. Lots of trunks on this car, 2 of them. So a lot of times when you have a mid-engine car, like that one, you get a trunk only in the front or only in the back. Porsche decided to put one in each. So, I don't know. If I had one of these cars, I would always feel a little bit weird. Like, am I going to put this in the front or in the back? Maybe if it's like ice cream or frozen things, I put them in the front because it might get a little bit hot in here. I'm not too sure. The engine you can't see. It's all in there. You can open this up. This is where your oil goes, and that's where your coolant goes, but you can't really check either of them yourself. You have to do it through the menus and the gauge set. It's a little bit weird. Okay, so that's a fairly small trunk. The one in the front, I think, is a little bit bigger. This thing here is an active spoiler. That will come up at speed, and it actually does make a difference, but I don't think it looks very nice. Maybe there are some aftermarket options that put something onto here that end up looking really cool. But I don't like the way that it comes up. It basically just lifts up, and then any of the area that you can't see right now, it doesn't look like something you should be seeing. It kind of looks like, I don't know, just internals to something, not a shiny external thing. My fingers are stuck now. Yikes. Where's the lever? There it is. Okay, so this is deep. It goes all the way down in there. And then this plastic piece here is missing a piece, and someone tried to glue it back on, but then the piece went missing a second time. So somebody was being rather hard on their brake fluid cover. Or power steering. What is that? Brake fluid. I guess it's nice to have your master cylinder and everything away from the engine so it doesn't get hot. Okay, close it up. And we'll have a look at the interior now. Okay, so You have some scuffing on the scuff plate. Okay, it says Boxster on it. Now the seat, generally very good, has a little bit of peeling on the outside bolster here. Okay, floor mats are good. There is an aftermarket Momo floor mat that looks like it was just in the trunk when I saw the car. So I just decided to put it in there so that customers aren't going to throw it out. If you want it, you can use it. I just use the standard Porsche ones that appear to be in very good condition. Okay. Oh, here's something new. I found an area of damage. There is a scratch on this. And I think this should open up, right? A little bit hard to open that up. A little bit too small for anything. There's my cat buddy. I gave her some cat food today, and she loved it. She doesn't love me yet, but she will. I got 2 more cans of cat food. Okay, coming in here, we have a little bit of wear on the center console. Let me just show you this here. Okay. Got 3 gauges here, and yes, the tachometer in the middle. Good job, Porsche. You guys know what you're doing. Even though this is the automatic transmission. But hey, you can shift yourself. Okay. Here I am pushing the windows down. Okay, get in. Steering wheel. Looking good. Is there any wear on this? Maybe a little bit there. Good to see he actually used the Tiptronic buttons. And then we got peeling on this section here. That's the interior scratches that I was talking about. Then an aftermarket Navi unit. AC works. Got a button here for the spoiler. Okay, and then little bits. I don't know why German cars do this. It's a German car thing. There are little foam bits in the HVAC that crumble and then shoot out. And the interior, like the dashboard and the seats, had a bunch of that foam on it. It's almost like the HVAC hadn't been used in a really long time. Look, robot face. Eyes, nose, mouth. Okay, nice and clean here. Power steering works well. AC works well. Brakes feel fine. Engine response is good. Everything just feels like a nice, good, well-maintained car. Dashboard. Look at this. Cup holder. One more. Get back in there. Come out when you're in Canada. Uh-oh. They don't want to go for the trip, it looks like. Oh. You have to close it with this? That's weird. Okay, nothing to see there. There's a toll collection box in there, so I guess there is something. Not missing any pixels here. Or on here, you can see 59 for 13 kilometers. Doesn't smell bad inside. It's good. Good car. Glad to see it. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this review or report. As usual, if you have any questions, send them my way and somebody will answer them. Send them to the email and you'll definitely get an answer. If you ask them in the comments section, we don't read all the comments all the time. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.